Thank you very much. I just want to give you a very brief history. It's about 15 minutes long. No, it's fine. All right, so I guess it would be good if I put my glasses on. The Bux-Mont Intermediate Honors Chorus was created in 2007 out of a desire to promote choral excellence in middle schools within the area. It started with the directors from North Penn and Souderton school districts, with Methacton and Springford joining us in future years. While it has been impossible for us to have had this opportunity for these singers in the past 2 years, we are thrilled to once again have this outstanding choral experience for these students. Each middle school choral director selected 15 of their outstanding singers from their 7th and 8th grade choruses to form the Bux-Mont Honors Chorus. These select students are afforded the unique opportunity to meet new peers as well as rehearse and perform with different directors. It is the director's goal to challenge students to a variety of musical styles and literature while maintaining the highest level of musicality. While we have only assembled 3 times as a full chorus for rehearsals here, we present to you a fine concert of outstanding choral music this evening. It is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Anthony Mancuso, who is the Vocal Music Department Chair for North Penn School District, and he will conduct the Star-Spangled Banner. If you would rise, please.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Veronica Laguna, and I am the choral director at Arcola Intermediate School in Methacton School District. It's my pleasure to be here tonight. Our first piece is called Joshua. It's a modern, upbeat setting of the traditional spiritual Joshua Fit the Battle of Jericho. Hope you enjoy.
Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls
Hello and welcome. My name is Mrs. Katie Campbell, and I have the pleasure of teaching at Pembroke Middle School. Don't be confused, by the end there will be a test on all the North Penn Middle School names. Die Nachtigall was composed in 1821 by Felix Mendelssohn, so it's only 200 years old. A German Romantic period composer known for his neo-Baroque style, and he reintroduced J.S. Bach to his contemporaries. Well, Mendelssohn's name may be new to you. I'm sure you actually know his pieces of music. So, raise your hand if you've ever heard of Here Comes the Bride, all dressed in white. That's Mendelssohn, okay? Oh, there we go. Thank you. Wonderful. Yeah, round of applause for Jill. Woo, yeah, Jill. Are you ready? Let's do this. Put you on the spot. Only known her for 20 years. It's okay. Hark the Herald Angels Sing. Yeah? Oh, who's heard of Hark the Herald Angels? Okay, great, that's Mendelssohn. So you do know Mendelssohn. So this was 1821. This translate, the German, just in case you're not fresh up on your German, is written by Goethe, who's a famous German poet, and the text is as follows. The nightingale has flown afar, the spring is now upon her, she sings her melody so sweet, and all now hear her love songs. Enjoy this love song.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Brennan, and I teach in the Souderton Area School District at Indian Crest Middle School. I am going to be conducting Grease, Grease's song We Go Together, and I just wanted to say thank you to the students. It has been a true pleasure to work with such amazing, amazing students. Thank you for encouraging your child to explore their love of music. Hope you enjoy We Go Together.
shabop, shabada wada, yippity boom de boom. Shake, shake, shakety, shake, shabop, dip, 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 doo-wop, doo-doo-doo. Boogie, 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 shoo-wop, shabop, shada-da-da-da-da-da, yippity boom de boom. Shake, shake, diggity, ding, dong, shabop, shabada wada, yippity boom de boom. Shake, shake, shakety, shake, shabop, dip, 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 doo-wop, doo-doo-doo. Boogie, 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 shoo-wop, shabop, shada-da-da-da-da-da, yippity boom de boom. Wop and boom, a wop and boom. We're for each other like a wop and boom, a wop and boom. Just like my brother is sha-da-da-da-da-da, yippity boom de boom. Change, 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 shabop. We'll always be together. Woo, yeah. We'll always be together. 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 Yeah!
While the guys are getting set up, I'm going to just introduce myself. My name is Jennifer Klink. I am the director at Pendle Middle School. Our next piece for you is a, excuse me, an arrangement from the classic Disney film Mary Poppins, which came out in, wait for it, 1964. 1964. Somebody was very excited they got it right. Good job. This is a really, really fun and whimsical arrangement which is going to whisk you off to the rooftops of London and remind you when the best parts of magic, like jumping into a painting or having tea on the ceiling, was still a possibility. It's going to feature several soloists and descant singers, so I'll have them all raise their hands at the end, but please enjoy Chim Chim Cheree.
Chim chimney,
please give a special shout out to, or a round of applause for Ava Colleton Lomas. And also, can you raise your hand if you were on the descant or on the other oohing going on there? Give it a round of applause. So we're going to go ahead and turn it over to the guys now.
Good evening again. My name is Diane Ramage. I am the choral director at Indian Valley Middle School, but you might want to know this piece of information. I started my teaching career right here at Penfield Middle School back in 1985. So some of you parents, if you went to Penfield, maybe I was your chorus teacher back then. I do have some parents of some kids at Indian Valley who I had here. I also teach with a couple of students that I had here at Penfield. They are now teachers in my building. So it was interesting that Mary Poppins came out in 1964 because this building was built in 1964, Indian Valley was built in 1964, and I was built in 1964. So there's something about 1964, I think. However, our song that the guys are going to sing for you came out in 1956 by Fred Paris and the Five Satins. So if you are into doo-wop music, it was also re-recorded by Boyz II Men. It's called In the Still of the Night. And when I did this with my boys at Indian Valley last spring, I told the audience that it's always important for middle school boys to prove that they can sing, because there is this feeling going around that boys in middle school can't sing because their voices are changing. I think you'll see that that is not the case tonight with these guys. This is In the Still of the Night.
getting set up, I'll introduce myself. Hello everyone, my name is Alexander Cifelli. I'm here representing the Springford Area School District. I teach at the 7th grade center, and my colleague Joe Perry teaches at the 8th grade center, and together we do the middle school choirs in that district. So I'm going to tell you a story. My family, I have 2 small children, a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old, and we love to play this game. And I'm so good at this game that the game is called Daddy Wins. Okay? So what I do is I start singing a song, right? Begging, begging you. And if I can get my wife to sing it, the kids go, Daddy wins. And then my son has gotten in on the act, right? We don't talk about Bruno. My wife starts singing it, and then my son goes, Elliot wins. And then the other day, my 3-year-old daughter, Karina, twinkle, twinkle, little star. And my wife started going, how I win. And Karina goes, Karina wins. Right? It's fascinating. It's fascinating. Enter the piece you're about to hear, right? George Gershwin, the great American songster, right, writes a piece called Fascinating Rhythm. And right, the piece is about how that song just won't leave. The earworm, right? Just can't escape. And man, you think about it, that is built in all of us, right? Every commercial, every piece of propaganda has used the concept of fascinating rhythm to drive its rhetoric from the beginning of time. Before there were books, there was fascinating rhythm, right? How lovely is a summer's day, right? We have been recording our history to fascinating rhythm, way, way back to the epic poems. So this is a uniquely human condition, and Gershwin in particular is so good at capturing something so relatable in such a wonderful, not just rhythm, but fascinating melody. Right? Listen for the following as you listen to this choir rock this, okay? Listen for something called Hemiola, where the piano is kind of working in one beat while the choir works in another. That ragged rhythm, I mean, fascinating rhythm, the title's perfect, it works on so many levels. So here's Fascinating Rhythm by George Gershwin.
Won't you take a day off, decide to
Well, I'm back again. For the last selection, we will be doing Michael Jackson's Heal the World. I think that it's so appropriate that we think about Heal the World because of the way that our world has been in recent years. So Michael Jackson was born the same year I was, so that tells you a little bit. I grew up like listening to the Jackson 5 and all the music that he wrote later on in life, and it really had a huge impact on me. Just listening and the words, the text of a lot of his music. So this is our take on Heal the World.
There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love. And this place could be much brighter than tomorrow.
And if you really try, you'll find there's no need to cry. In this place, you'll feel there's no hurt or sorrow.
There are ways to get there if you care enough for the living. Make a little space to make a better place. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. If you want to know why, there's a love that cannot lie. Love is strong, it only cares how joyful giving.
If you try, you shall see. In this place we cannot feel fear or dread. Stop existing and start living.
Then it feels like always, love's enough for us growing. Make a better world, make a better world. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care
I didn't say this in my introductory little part, but I also went to Penfield. And the woman who has made a lot of this possible is Mrs. Riley. And Mrs. Riley is retiring at the end of this year. So this is the last Bux-Mont for Mrs. Riley. So on behalf of the directors, but, you know, I think it's important to remember that Mrs. Riley was like, I'm going to end with that song. I love that song. We're like, yeah, you do it. But then I was sitting there watching and thinking about it. And people who've had Mrs. Riley know that really this is what she tries to do. She tries to heal the world with her music. It's so true. You laugh. But I remember sitting and never feeling as loved. I mean, besides my parents and stuff, who are here tonight, thank you. Okay. But besides that, just feeling so loved and with music in your classroom, and inspired me to literally in 8th grade, I was like, I want to be that, and here I am living my dream. So it's all because of you, Mrs. Riley, and thank you so much for all the gift of music that you've given to all of your students, including another student.
So Mrs. Riley was also my middle school choir teacher, and as most of my teachers probably remember about me, I was involved in every single musical activity that I could be involved in. I played about 5 different instruments, and I sang in the choir, and Mrs. Riley especially was always very supportive of everything I wanted to do, and I always felt so welcome in her classroom, and she's part of the reason why I'm standing here today teaching choir. So I just want to thank Mrs. Riley on behalf of every single one of her former students, every one of her current students, all of the parents in the audience, and all of the directors here tonight. Mrs. Riley, we wish you a happy and relaxing retirement.
It's been a blessing. It really, truly has. So anyway, I would like to invite you to the cafeteria for some light refreshments so that we can celebrate your wonderful kids, because they really are great kids. Thank you.